Tonight, the Columbus State University Lady Cougars and Cougars are in Morrill, Georgia to take on the Clayton State Lakers in a Peach Belt Conference doubleheader. Hi again, everyone. Scott Miller courtside inside the gymnasium here on the campus of Clayton State, where the Lady Cougars come in with a record of 6-2 in the Peach Belt. Clayton State is 5-3. CSU is 11-3 overall. Clayton State is 9-7. And so CSU coming off of a win Monday against Augusta, 69-60. And Clayton State lost on the road to Lander, 84-62. And it's a big rivalry. The universities are not far apart mileage-wise, and these teams have played some doozies through the years. CSU is all in red tonight, trimmed in dark blue and white, and go to the basket to your right as you look at the computer screen or your smartphone here on Cougar Sports TV. And the Lakers of Clayton State coming out all in white, trimmed in orange and blue. Ajane Dawkins, who has had a phenomenal 2020, or last three games in particular, 14 points and 13.7 rebounds a game, will jump it for CSU, and the tap is controlled by the Lakers, but CSU knocks the ball away. Kayla Carter into the front court, down the middle of the lane, layup good. So that's a good start here tonight. We get a steal, and Kayla gets a basket. They come back the other way in a hurry, though, and that's Poole who lays it up and in. So a two ball game. They put three up on the board here at Clayton State, but not so much. Now they've changed it. There's Chris Boston, a little jump hook outside the lane. No, it is knocked out of bounds by CSU. We're at courtside right next to the CSU bench here in this gym, and I'm happy to have my brother David paying a visit here since in the Atlanta area, sitting next to me. Behind the arc on the left side, up top, head of the key. They kick it around on the right wing. Kick it back out, and a three spins out, no good. Chris Boston grabs the rebound, and into the front court, here's Lee Williamson. Lee, bounce pass to Dawkins in the paint, off the glass, too hard. Rebound Lakers, they're going to kick it out and run. The fast break the other way, dishing it off in the paint and off the glass, good, is Towns, one of their fine players. And the Lakers are up 4-2 here in the early going here in South Atlanta. Lee Williamson down the right side of the lane, lays it up and in. So Lee, the defense parted, and it was an easy bucket for Lee Williamson. Head of the key, picks up the dribble now. Wilson kicks it over on the wing, down on the baseline, back to Wilson. Wilson gets it down into the corner, driving into the paint, and shot is up off the glass, no good. Rebound Chris Boston, out to Lee Williamson. Lee down the left side of the lane, and the ball is knocked out of bounds, still belongs to CSU. So CSU will get it and get it in. Lee Williamson, a long three, good. Leasia Williamson with a long three on the left side, and CSU is on top, 7-4. Lakers come back the other way and answer with a three attempt, but it's down and out from Towns, no good. Rebound CSU, Dawkins in the paint. Dawkins has the ball knocked out of her hands and out of bounds, and will still belong to CSU now there. Ebo, baseline left of the basket, gets it into Dawkins. Dawkins between the circles. Ebo in the key. Jumper is no good. And the rebound goes to the Lakers. Williams grabbed the rebound. Back into the front court the other way. Bounce pass. Williams squares up in the lane over Boston. Off the glass. Good. Williams with a bucket. And it's 7-6. Cougars on top on the road here. Glad you're with us on Cougar Sports TV. All the road games the rest of the way will be here, audio only. The home games will be video and audio on Cougar Sports TV. Chris Boston, left elbow, dumps it down to Dawkins in the lane. Turnaround. Oh, it spun out on her. Tough break. Rebound Lakers. They're coming back the other way in a hurry. Behind the arc on the right side. Head to the key. Swings it around to Poole. Poole picks up the dribble. Wilson right in front of us. Left wing. A long two is no good. And the rebound goes to Ebo on a deflection. Ebony Williams into the front court. Lee Williamson, they stop the drive. We get it back to Lee. Baseline drive. Off the glass. Good. What a drive and a finish over the big post player by Lee Williamson. Lee off to a fast start. She's got 7 of our 9 points here. Behind the arc on the right side. They get it down low to Towns. She puts it up short, but the official on the baseline says CSU touched it last. So the official will hand the ball. Speaking of officials, Bruce Benedict, former Braves player, is here tonight. He'll be one of the officials in the men's game. Chatted with Bruce a little bit before this game. Ajane Dawkins stepped in front of a pass and knocked it away. Turnover. Kayla Carter back the other way. Kayla showing no ill effects from twisting an ankle yesterday in practice. Here is Boston, mid-range jumper, left side, no. Ebo with a hustle rebound in the lane, spins, puts it up, no. And then it's knocked out of bounds and will belong to Clayton State. 9-6. Lady Cougars on top, 5:14 on the clock here in the first quarter. All right, checking into the game is Montgomery. Here in this building, the Lady Cougars lead the series 14-12. I want to thank Josh Fuller for all of his stats and game notes. Corey Aldis for helping us get the broadcast set up. There's a drive in the lane, and a short jump by Francois is good. Francois pulls the Lakers to within 1 here. 4:48 on the clock in the first quarter. Boston, great pass inside to Ebo, and she missed it. Dawkins got a rebound and kicked it out to Williamson. Back to Boston. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Kayla Carter, 5 on the shot clock. A drive and a scoop, good. Kayla Carter to beat the shot clock. Makes it 11-8. CSU. Wilson at the head of the key. Kicks it on the wing. A drive down into the corner. Will dribble back out. Get it just inside the free throw line. Jumper is good by Montgomery. 11-10. CSU, 3:59 left in the first quarter. They trap Lee at the midcourt line. She gets it to Dawkins. Kayla Carter for 3. Yes, sir, from the right wing. Kayla Carter just inches outside of the arc. 14-10. Columbus State. Ball knocked away. Lee Williamson's got it. She's ahead of the field. Lee with a layup, good. She's got 9 points, and all of a sudden, 16-10. CSU on top. And a media timeout with 3:34 to go. And in the first quarter, and CSU is up 16-10. Fans, thank you for listening here on Cougar Sports TV. CSU basketball is sponsored by Burger King, Pepsi, Mediacom, the Houston Clinic, CSU Dining Services, Kia, La Quinta Inn and Suites, Valley Hospitality, Hula Hands, the Cannon Brew Pub, the Cougar Club, the CSU Bookstore, Nuke's Eatery, Kinetic Credit Union, CSU's Girls in the Game, Waffle House, Buckhead Steak and Wine, and Coca-Cola. We appreciate all of our sponsors, and we appreciate you going to our sponsors, using their services and telling them that you heard about them and you appreciate their sponsorship of Columbus State Sports. CSU 6 of 13 from the floor here in the early going. And that's 46%. Clayton State is 5 of 10, and even 50%. Rebounds are even at 6 apiece. CSU is 2 for 2 from behind the three-point arc. The Lakers are 0 for 2. All right, into the front court here. Behind the arc on the right side, a three up top is no good. They get a long rebound. About the free throw line is where that rebound came down. And there's a three again. This time it's good from Russell. The second time was the charm there. 16-13, CSU. Kayla Carter, a drive from up top, off the glass, no, but she drew the foul, and she'll go to the line to shoot two. Foul was on Hayes, and that's the first foul called in the game. We are back home on Saturday when Young Harris comes calling. 1:30 for the women and 3:30 for the men. On Saturday afternoon, Herbert Green Court at the Lumpkin Center. Free throw rims out on Kayla, no good. And the second free throw is good. So she has 8 points. Lee has 9 points. And that's it for CSU. But the 17 is good enough for a 4-point lead. There's Russell in the corner for three. Missed it. Long rebound. Tapped out to Lee Williamson. One-on-one. Lee lost it out of bounds. Tried to shake the defender. Draw a foul at the very least. But the defender did a nice job of avoiding the foul. And Williamson lost it out of bounds. Between the circles is Wilson. Wilson at the head of the key. Up top, Russell. Back to Wilson. Russell drives inside of the arc. Mid-range jumper for two is good. 17-15 CSU. So praise Russell off the bench with 5 quick points for the Lakers. Lee Williamson, Boston up top. Kayla Carter behind the arc on the right side. Kayla, right elbow jumper, no. Rebound, Boston tipped it out to Lee Williamson to save the possession. And pass inside to Boston. She fumbled it and picked up by the Lakers. Outlet pass in a hurry into the front court. 2 against 3. So they will dribble out. Wilson will toss it up top to Francois. Play instructions from the Lakers head coach. Praise Russell near the jump circle. Gets it middle of the lane. Ball knocked away by Boston, but back out to Clayton State. And a jumper just beyond the elbow on the right side by Francois is good. And that ties the game at 17. Here at the 1:12 mark in the first quarter. Lee Williamson, Chris Boston, Anjanae Dawkins head of the key. Kayla Carter behind the arc on the right side. Lee near the logo. 12 on the shot clock. Lee for three, no. Dawkins with a rebound, put it back up and in. So Aj cleaned it up. Nobody was underneath the bucket but her. 19-17 CSU. 44 seconds left in the first quarter. I can only see the scoreboard and clock on one end of this building from where I'm sitting. A drive There's Russell wide open. Three. Good again. Well, we've already seen we don't want to leave her open. And the Lakers take a 20-19 lead. 8 points off the bench for the sharpshooting Russell. Lee Williamson ahead of the key with 18 seconds left in the quarter. The shot clock is off. Lee head of the key. Falls down and gets it to Boston with 5 seconds. Ebo a long 2-no. Backside rebound Lakers. And they get a shot off. And whew, we were too close to committing a foul there on their shot, but was not called. And that's the end of the quarter. And the Lakers have a 1-point lead, 20-19. As we've played one quarter here at Clayton State. We thank you for listening to CSU Cougar basketball on Cougar Sports TV. And we thank all of our sponsors. Cougar basketball is sponsored by Burger King, Pepsi, Mediacom, the Houston Clinic, CSU Dining Services, Kia, La Quinta Inn and Suites, Valley Hospitality, Hula Hands, the Cannon Brew Pub, the Cougar Club, the CSU Bookstore, Nuke's Eatery, Kinetic Credit Union, CSU's Girls in the Game, Waffle House, Buckhead Steak and Wine, and Coca-Cola. We thank all of our sponsors. We couldn't do any of this without our sponsors, and we appreciate them very much. And we appreciate you, our listeners and our viewers and the Cougar fans, going and visiting these sponsors and tell them you heard about them on CSU Cougar Sports. Well, in that first quarter, CSU 8 of 19 from the floor, 42%. The Lakers 9 of 16, 56%. Lakers 2 for 6 long distance. CSU 2 of 3. Lakers out rebounding us 10-8. And Lakers with a 1-point lead to start this quarter. And they're trying to get the clocks synced up here. The shot clock and the game clock. And now they have. All right, Kayla Carter in the backcourt. Well, we got to get somebody other than Kayla and Lee involved in the offense. Ajane Dawkins, a drive off the glass, good. Well, I should have asked earlier, I guess. Aj already had one bucket. Now she's got a couple, and it's 21-20 CSU. Up top, Francois. Francois kicks it over on the wing. Behind the arc for three, no good. Chris Boston with a strong rebound, and then she covers it up. Lee Williamson into the front court. Lee hands it off to Boston. Dawkins right at the head of the key. Her pass for Dawkins is knocked away and out of bounds and touched last by the Lakers. Usually our post-to-post passing with Aj and Chris, very good. That one, there were too many white jerseys around Chris down low. Ebo, baseline, kicks it out to Lee Williamson. Lee, 4 seconds on the shot clock. Lee, 1 second on the shot clock and a shot clock violation. We never got anything going there. Lee slipped for the second time in the last few minutes here. She slipped toward the end of the first quarter and fell to the floor, and she slipped that time. Didn't fall all the way down, but she is rubbing the bottom of her shoes right now. All right, Lakers with the ball, 21-20, CSU just underway in the second quarter. Drive down the right side. Boston blocked the shot. Boy, she has been good at that this year, but the Lakers retain possession. In the middle of the lane, squaring up against Boston. Shot up, no. They got a rebound and a foul on Ebo. And so Williams, the post player, had squared up against Boston in the middle of the lane and put the shot up that missed. And the free throw now by Francois is good. And that ties the game at 21. And the second one is good. They'll put a little pressure on. And Dawkins runs it into the front court. Gets it to Lee Williamson, to Kayla Carter. Play instructions from Coach Matt Hauser here on the Cougar bench right next to us. Lee Williamson, Kayla Carter gets it back. Her pass is deflected into the hands of Ebo. 9 on the shot clock. She's way out on the wing, puts it on the floor, drives through. A wide open Lee for 3, no good. Rebound goes to the Lakers. They throw a bad pass. Kayla Carter stole it down the middle of the lane. She's fouled, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2. Like a really good defensive back, Kayla Carter could see that one coming all the way, and she slammed on the brakes, reversed back the other way, and intercepted the pass and drew the foul from Williams. Journey Smith checking in game for the first time tonight, and Ebo comes out. Ebony Williams out of the ball game. And Kayla Carter to the free throw line, and no good. She's missed a couple tonight already. 1 for 3 at the line. And this one is also no good, but Dawkins a rebound from behind and cleaned it up. Ajane Dawkins, rebound from behind and put it back up and in. 23-22 CSU. Lakers, they get down on the low block, and there's Big Williams to use the glass and put it in for a 24-23 Lakers lead. Journey Smith driving, kicked it Lee Williams. Dawkins free throw line, puts it on the floor. Back to Lee Williams at the free throw line. Good pass to Dawkins and a layup good. That's a great pass from Lee Williams. And Dawkins broke to the basket, and Lee got her the ball. And Aj with 8 points now. CSU back on top, 25-24. I know that technically they're both CSU, but there's only one CSU, and we know that's Columbus State. A drive, the shot is up, no good, and a rebound goes out to Dawkins. Into the front court. Journey Smith behind the arc on the left side. Kayla Carter. Ball is knocked out of bounds, still belongs to CSU. Toxiana Wilson checking into the ball game, and Chris Boston coming out for her first breather. It's a compact roster with 10 players. Journey Smith, so that's what makes this stretch of games tough for CSU. Pass in through the hands of Toxiana Wilson, and a turnover, and back the other way, a drive, and a layup is good. And 26-25, Lakers back on top. Williams with that bucket. Got a hand on the ball, almost stole it, gets it to Journey Smith. Journey had it knocked out of her hands and out of bounds. Still belongs to CSU. 14 on the shot clock, 6:05 left in the second quarter of this one. 26-25. Lakers on top. Competitive game. Get the ball into Journey Smith. Journey hands it off to Kayla. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Kayla Carter, 4, ahead of the key. Bounce pass to Toxie. Turnaround jumper. No. And rebound goes to Clayton State. Into the front court. Kicking it back on the wing. Head of the key for a long 3. Good. 29-25. Lakers on top. That was Towns with the long one. Journey Smith behind the arc on the right side. Journey, free throw line, inside the line now. Dawkins, right elbow, puts it on the floor, dishes it off to Toxie, who lays it up and in. That's a great pass from Ajane Dawkins. Toxie with her first basket of the night. 29-27, Clayton State. Dawkins can really pass for a post player, for anybody really. A drive knocked away. CSU has it. And Lee Williamson a run out. She's got a defender on her shoulder, though, and misses it. And back the other way comes the Lakers. They kick it. Short corner jumper is no good. Dawkins with a backside rebound to Lee Williamson. A long pass to Toxie in the paint. Stumbled and fell, and a travel. She was off balance when she caught the ball. And that'll get us to the media timeout. 29-27. The Lakers are on top here in the second quarter of the women's game. And this is Cougar Sports TV. We thank you for listening to CSU Cougar basketball on Cougar Sports TV. And we thank all of our sponsors. Cougar basketball is sponsored by Burger King, Pepsi, Mediacom, the Houston Clinic, CSU Dining Services, Kia, La Quinta Inn and Suites, Valley Hospitality, Hula Hands, the Cannon Brew Pub, the Cougar Club, the CSU Bookstore, Nuke's Eatery, Kinetic Credit Union, CSU's Girls in the Game, Waffle House, Buckhead Steak and Wine, and Coca-Cola. We thank all of our sponsors. We couldn't do any of this without our sponsors, and we appreciate them very much. And we appreciate you, our listeners and our viewers and the Cougar fans, going and visiting these sponsors and tell them you heard about them on CSU Cougar Sports. 4:35 left in the second quarter, and the Clayton State Lakers up 29-27 here over the Columbus State Lady Cougars. And CSU, well, both teams now are 12 of 26 from the floor. Clayton State's 3 of 8 from behind the arc. We're 2 of 4, and that's the difference in the game right now. 29-27. Lakers, and with the ball. Head of the key, kick it over to Swanson. Swanson kicks it out to Wilson. Down in the right corner for 3, no good. Backside rebound, Lakers, and up off the glass, good from Williams. Lakers by 4 into the front court. Kayla Carter picks up the dribble, throws a pass to Arian Dozier, turns around off balance, puts it up, misses it, and the rebound goes to the Lakers. Fruit caught the ball, good catch, but she was off balance as she tried to put it up. By the way, Val Merlos has checked into the game as well. There's a jumper by Wilson just inside the free throw line, good. And the Lakers have run out to a 6-point lead. Journey Smith in trouble in the back court and got it into the front court to Carter. Merlos, great pass inside to Dawkins and laid it up and in. That's great ball movement there by CSU that time. 33-29. Didn't panic after they beat the press. Good job by Val Merlos getting it down to Dawkins. Baseline. Kick it on the wing for 3, no good. They get a rebound, kick it back up top, and open 3, spun out on them, no good. Dawkins got that rebound. Aj into the front court, down the right side of the lane, all the way off the glass, good. Ajane Dawkins, coast to coast, and finished it off. 33-31, Clayton State. CSU a quick 4 points. Wilson behind the arc, kicks it down into the corner. That's Williams, drives inside, up top, head of the key for 3, short, but they get a long rebound and get it down on the low block, put it up short. Got another attempt, Towns did, put it up, missed it. Dozier got it, and Kayla Carter has a run out and a layup good. Kayla Carter with 10 points. Kayla just sort of leaked out of there away from everybody, and when Arian Dozier got the rebound, she alertly saw her and fired it down to her and tied the game up. So quick 6 points for CSU to do that with 1:59 left in the first half. Towns a jumper just inside the free throw line. No good. Rebound deflected to Val Merlos. Merlos had it knocked away and stolen, and they've got an open layup and good. Boy, she almost missed it, but it hung up on the rim for Williams. Almost put it up too hard, but it hung on the rim and dropped in. 35-33 Lakers. Journey Smith back the other way. Baseline drive. They stop the drive. She kicks it out on the wing to Dawkins. Reverses it. Merlos for three. Yes! Val Merlos. A flight from Barcelona for the three-pointer for Val on her first shot of the game. Puts CSU back up 36-35. And Kayla Carter stole the ball and a pass on the wing. One-on-one. Kayla knocked away from her. She got it back and put it up and in, though. 38-35. CSU, 52 seconds left in the first half. So it's been a great stretch here for the Lady Cougars. Wilson kicks it on the wing. Low post, right side, ball on the floor, knocked away. Kayla Carter got it. Journey Smith's ahead of the field. We've got three players ahead of the field, and Journey lays it up and in. Journey Smith with her first bucket. And it's 40-35 CSU with 23 seconds left here in the half. Well, we've gone from 6 down to 5 up in a hurry. 10 seconds. Baseline picks up the dribble. Kicks it out. Towns for three. No. Rebound Dawkins. Outlet with 2. Kayla's got to hurry with 1. Layup. No. And that's the way the half ends. And a good finish for Columbus State. CSU trailed by 6 at 33-27. And they take a 40-35 lead into the locker room here at the half on Cougar Sports TV. And we'll come back and we'll talk with Coach Robert Moore at the half in just a moment here on Cougar Sports TV. We thank you for listening to CSU Cougar basketball on Cougar Sports TV. And we thank all of our sponsors. Cougar basketball is sponsored by Burger King, Pepsi, Mediacom, the Houston Clinic, CSU Dining Services, Kia, La Quinta Inn and Suites, Valley Hospitality, Hula Hands, the Cannon Brew Pub, the Cougar Club, the CSU Bookstore, Nuke's Eatery, Kinetic Credit Union, CSU's Girls in the Game, Waffle House, Buckhead Steak and Wine, and Coca-Cola. We thank all of our sponsors. We couldn't do any of this without our sponsors, and we appreciate them very much. And we appreciate you, our listeners and our viewers and the Cougar fans, going and visiting these sponsors and tell them you heard about them on CSU Cougar Sports. All right, we're at the half, 40-35. The Lady Cougars are on top, and here are your first half stats for CSU. 18 of 34 from the floor, and for the Lakers of Clayton State, 15 of 37. So it's 42% for CSU and 56% for the Lakers. CSU 3 of 5 from behind the three-point arc. The Lakers are 3 of 13. Lakers out rebounding the Lady Cougars 22-17. And individually for Columbus State, Kayla Carter has 12 points. Anjanae Dawkins with 12 points and 7 rebounds. So almost a double-double there in the first half for Oz as she continues her good work. Leasia Williamson with 9 points. Val Marilos with 3. And 2 points from Journey Smith and Toxiana Wilson. Leading scorer for the Lakers is Praise Russell with 8. And after that, 6 points from Francois Lubin. And we will take a 40-35 CSU lead here at the half. All right, you're listening to Cougar Sports TV, and that's where you'll hear all the road games and the home games. The road games will be audio only for the rest of the year, and home games video and audio as well. All right, we're going to take a break and step away for a few minutes, and we'll be back here shortly. We're at the half of the women's game, 40-35. Columbus State leading Clayton State here on Cougar Sports TV.
There you go. So we're going to have team 1 down here on this side of the court. Team 2, we're going to have Jamila and Chantel. You said you want to shoot free throws? All right. So we got team 1 and team 2 going right now. Team 3, they'll go all the way up next. We got Mike Jones. And we have Alex here. And team 4, we have Willie and Zion. All right, so this is what we're going to do. So you got a rebounder and a shooter. So you and your partner are going to get 30 seconds. So if you're not shooting, your rebounder for your partner. So you got 30 seconds. See how many good pointers you can make. Y'all ready? Set, go. Oh. Yeah, keep shooting. Spencer, count down there for me. You don't have to move. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, next person up. Make sure we're up. I think we got a 1 down here. And how many do we get down here? 0. Okay. Next shooter ready. Set, go.
CSU coach Robert Moore joining us here at courtside at Clayton State as his Cougars are getting ready to take on the Lakers. And Robert, we're coming off of a heart-stopping, thrilling win on Monday with a lot of momentum here.
Oh, yeah. I thought that win the other night at home, Hunter Preston hitting the shot down at the end, I think it gave our guys a lot of confidence that we can win some close games. So it should be interesting tonight to see can we come on the road and keep that momentum going.
Well, it's been a while since we have had a win against these guys. They have won 7 in a row, and there have been some heartbreaking losses in that 7-game losing streak.
Oh, yeah. Even when we had our better teams, it's been tough for us to get a win against these guys. And, you know, you can't make excuses. Sometimes we had guys hurt, guys sick. But you got to find a way to win a rival game, and I think our guys will be excited tonight.
What will the challenges be?
We got to rebound the basketball, and also we got to get them in transition. They play a big guy named Tion that's from Phoenix City, Alabama. If we can get him trying to sprint down the floor with Cam and Hunter and Stanley Taylor, I like our chances to get some easy buckets.
Well, tonight's needs to be the next step for this team, doesn't it? We play great at home, and we struggle on the road.
Scott, it's just like in anything that you believe in life. These guys believe in refusing to lose, and they're doing all the little things to help us win games. Even when Augusta made the lead, came back and took the lead the other night, our guys kept getting deflections, kept guarding their man. It was great to see, so I like our chances tonight with Clayton State.
All right, Robert, good luck.
All right, thank you.
Coach Robert Moore.
straight up. There we go. I know you got it. Come on, bucket straight up. All right, we ready. Next shooter. Last shooter. Ready, set, go. Guys, 3-0 right now. 3-0. 4-0. Means we got a winner down here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's the fun, man. We got our winners down here. Our winners. Let's give it up for our winners, ladies and gentlemen.
We're just about ready to get the second half underway here, the women's game, with the Lady Cougars leading at 40-35. CSU closed out the first half on a 7-0 run. to take the 5-point lead here against the Lakers. Fans, don't forget, this coming Saturday, the Junior League of Columbus is hosting Dribbling for Diapers inside the Lumpkin Center as the Cougars and Lady Cougars take on Young Harris. Admission for each adult is a pack of diapers, and the children will get in free. So come join us for a full day of family fun this coming Saturday, beginning at 1:30 for the women, 3:30 for the men, as the Junior League of Columbus teaming up with CSU to host Dribbling for Diapers. And that's a good cause, and you'll enjoy the ball games. The teams are exciting. Man, we've had some exciting games at Herbert Green Court at the Lumpkin Center, none more so than Monday's dramatic win by the men with a three-pointer at the buzzer. So look to see a lot of you out there on Saturday. All right, we are underway in the second half. The Lakers have the ball first here. Going to the basket to your right as you look at your computer screen or your smartphone. Kayla Carter just stole the pass, but she couldn't save it. She was on the sideline. She tossed it back in to Lee, but she was on the line over there. So we almost got a steal and a layup attempt to start the third quarter. Lakers get it in between the circles, behind the arc on the left side. Baseline up top. Down the middle of the lane. We stop the ball, but a pull-up jumper is good by Williams. And the Lakers with the first points of the second half, 40-37. Kayla Carter in the logo. Lee Williamson right in front of me. Scott Miller here at Clayton State. My brother David's joined me. He's sitting next to me here. And the ball taken away from Lee Williamson. And here come the Lakers. Oh, and a blocking foul on Aj, and they're going to say it's a shooting foul. That's a terrible call. There's no way that was a shooting foul. Coach Hauser arguing that point. The official tells him she got it off. Not in this universe, she didn't. The free throw is no good by Towns. It was a foul, but honesty compels me to tell you it was not a shooting foul. But I don't get a vote. The second free throw is good, and it's 40-38 Lakers. Lee Williamson front court, Ebo inside of the arc, driving, and a little fingertip rolled good. Good job by Ebony Williams as she drove in from the wing, drove into the middle of the lane, and laid it in. 42-38 CSU. My sister Glenda listening up in North Carolina on Cougar Sports TV. Appreciate that as always. Between the circles, head of the key down the right side of the lane. Ball knocked out of the hands of Poole. Still belongs to the Lakers with 5 seconds on the shot clock. Poole on the baseline to the left of her basket. And she's looking, having trouble, and now gets it in. It's knocked out of bounds and touched last by Wilson of the Lakers. So good defense on the inbounds play and a turnover. CSU up 42-38. And CSU gets the ball in, and Coach Hauser wants a timeout. And it'll turn into a full timeout, so we'll take it 42-38 with 8:14 to play in the third quarter with CSU on top. We thank you for listening to CSU Cougar basketball on Cougar Sports TV. And we thank all of our sponsors. Cougar basketball is sponsored by Burger King, Pepsi, Mediacom, the Houston Clinic, CSU Dining Services, Kia, La Quinta Inn and Suites, Valley Hospitality, Hula Hands, the Cannon Brew Pub, the Cougar Club, the CSU Bookstore, Nuke's Eatery, Kinetic Credit Union, CSU's Girls in the Game, Waffle House, Buckhead Steak and Wine, and Coca-Cola. We thank all of our sponsors. We couldn't do any of this without our sponsors, and we appreciate them very much. And we appreciate you, our listeners and our viewers and the Cougar fans, going and visiting these sponsors and tell them you heard about them on CSU Cougar Sports. So 8:14 left in the third quarter here at Clayton State. CSU up 42-38. And the Lakers going to press again full court as they did before the timeout. We got the ball into Dawkins, gets it into Lee Williamson. Lee a drive, dishes, tries to get it to Boston, and it's knocked out of bounds by the Lakers. Williams was down there with her. Ebo on the baseline to the left of the basket. Ebo trying to get it into Dawkins. It's tipped, but Aj got it. Gets it to Ebo. Kayla Carter for three on the wing. No. Rebound goes to Clayton State. Into the front court, the Lakers. Down in the right corner. Ball knocked away. It's loose on the floor. It's picked up by Clayton State's Williams. She's inside of the arc. Forces one up in the lane short. Tried to save it, and Kayla Carter comes away with it instead. Boston gets it to Ebo. Ebo to Dawkins. Down the right side, and a whistle and a travel. Good call, Doc. Aj got a little off balance with that pass. Had a defender in front of her and tried to change her course and took steps. CSU up by 4. 7:27 left in the third quarter. Ahead of the key. Clayton State with the ball on the right wing. There's Towns, outstanding player for them. Drives, jumper outside the lane, good. Tough shot by Kelsey Towns. And it's 42-40 CSU. Kayla Carter into the front court. Kayla gets it over on the wing to Lee Williamson. Lee. Chris Boston, Kayla Carter back to Boston, baseline, kicks it out to Lee for three. Air ball out of bounds. It was wide left. And so the Lakers will go back the other way with it. Try to get the ball in bounds, and they try to save it, and it's loose, and Kayla Carter picks it up. So the pressure paid off. Ebo, a drive off the glass, no, but she drew the foul. And she'll go to the line to shoot two. Foul was on Tenaria Wilson, her first. And the team's first. And Ebo will go to the line. Ebony Williams, the senior. Originally out of Baltimore, but then from East Coweta High School. The free throw is good by Ebo. 43-40. And the second one is also good. 44-40. Lady Cougars on top. 6.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Lakers with the ball. A long three. No. Boston with a rebound. And they maul her down there. She gets the outlet pass into the front court. To Ebo, to Dawkins, to Lee, down in the corner, back to Boston on the low block, knocked away and picked up by the Lakers. Into the front court, a drive on the baseline, kicks it into the corner, shot fake, drives into the lane, puts it up short, got it back, missed the putback. Dawkins got the rebound, and she's fouled from behind. Foul was on Francois Lubin. And we get the ball in to Lee Williamson. Still in the back court, makes it into the front court right in front of us. She's double teamed. She's in big trouble, and it's knocked out of her hands and out of bounds. Touch last by the Lakers, though. 20 seconds on the shot clock. 5:48 left in the third quarter. Play instructions from Coach Hauser. CSU up by 4. Getting it in to Kayla Carter between the circles. Kayla gets it to Lee Williamson behind the arc on the right side. Lee trying to get it to Boston. Knocked away. Lakers with it. Back the other way. Off the glass. Good. 44-42. Off of Wilson's bucket. They're within 2. Great pass to Boston inside. Off the glass. Good. Good job by Chris to get the defender in the air. And that's the first basket, first points of the night for Crystal and Boston. 46-42. Lady Cougars with 5:05 left in the third quarter. Behind the arc is Clardy. Clardy kicks it out on the wing for 3. No, shot it long, but they got a rebound, put it back and missed it. Rebound goes to Lee Williamson. They missed an easy putback. 4-point CSU lead. Over halfway through the third quarter now. Dawkins at the left elbow, and they take it away from her. 2-on-1, and a layup is no good, but a foul. And she'll go to the line to shoot 2 when we come back from the media timeout. With 4:34 to play here in the third quarter. Fans, if you're looking for fresh-made food with impeccable ingredients, make sure to visit Nuke's Eatery at 5555 Whittlesey Boulevard at Columbus Park Crossing. Whether it's a quick lunch, family meal, or office catering, you always get the best from Nuke's. And Nuke's a proud supporter of Columbus State University athletics, and we are proud to be partners with Nuke's Eatery. And personally, I can tell you that Peggy and I, my wife and I, love the place. We eat there a good bit, we pick up from there, take it home, and it's always outstanding. And a great partnership with Nuke's Eatery developed this year, so we appreciate that. Fans, also don't forget now about two-time Olympic softball pitcher and gold medalist Jenny Finch coming to Columbus on March 26th. Keynote speaker for the 5th annual Girls in the Game luncheon inside the Lumpkin Center with Jenny Finch, keynote speaker. You can go to our website, csucougars.com, and follow the link and get your tickets to see Jenny Finch. Man, the speakers we have had at this event have been phenomenal. Brandy Chastain, Annika Sorenstam, Tracy Austin, and now Jenny Finch. It's been a heavyweight lineup for the keynote speakers for the Girls in the Game luncheon, and it's such a great program to benefit our female student athletes. Official coming over to say something to Coach Hauser. The free throw is no good. Wilson. 46-42. Lady Cougars on top with 4:34 to play in the third quarter. She missed them both. And Aj got a rebound. Into the front court. Journey Smith picks up the dribble. Gets it to Ebo. Pass down to Dawkins. Trying to get it to Boston on the weak side. And the Lakers knock it out of bounds. Aj is one rebound away from another double-double, by the way. Looking to get it in. They do to Aj up top. Hands it to Ebo for 3. Up top, no. Rebound, Lakers. They throw a long pass that Journey Smith got a hand on and knocked it out of bounds. Good job by Journey to hustle back and knock that one out of bounds. So the Lakers will have it on the baseline to the right of their basket. They get it in. Jumper outside the lane is good by Montgomery. Her second basket of the night. And the Lakers are within 2. Into the front court, Lee Williamson has it up top on the right side. Arian Dozier goes to the scorer's table. Lee gives it to Chris Boston ahead of the key Dawkins. Dawkins kicks it over to Journey Smith. And we've got a whistle and a foul away from the basketball on CSU. On Chris Boston. So Arian Dozier checks in. I got a text from CSU Sports Information Director Josh Fuller, who does such a great job at CSU and always takes care of me in many ways, but with the stats and all that. And Josh says, yep, Nuke's one of his favorites too, the grilled Caesar salmon salad. That's actually my go-to also, Josh. There's a 3 on the wing by the Lakers, no good, and the rebound goes to Boston. Yeah, we get a run out. Dozier wide open underneath and laid it up and in. Boy, the Lakers fell asleep on defense there. And Fruit got behind everybody. We hit her. And it's a 4-point CSU lead with 3 minutes to play in the third quarter. Elbow jumper, no good. Rebound Dozier. Outlet pass to Lee Williamson. Lee into the front court. There is Ebo in the paint, squares up off the glass, misses it. Boston with a rebound, dribbles out of the paint and kicks it back to Lee. Journey Smith on the wing for 3, no. And a whistle as bodies hit the floor everywhere, and a foul on the Lakers. A hold on Lubin. Man, it looked like a bowling alley out there with the pins dropping, with the players dropping everywhere. Well, now, Josh, I am hungry for a Nuke's grilled salmon Caesar salad. Think they deliver from Columbus? I bet they would. Chris is out. Chris Boston out with a breather. All right, we get the ball into Dozier, head of the key. Ebo between the circles. Lee Williamson gets it to Ebo. Baseline jumper is no good. Backside rebound. Journey Smith. How about that hustle from behind for the guard? Got the rebound from behind. Dawkins free throw line jumper good. Aj with 14 points now. Back in a hurry the other way, and a shot is up, no good. We grab a rebound. Back the other way, Dozier gets it to Ebo, but they stop the ball. Out to Lee for 3. Yes! Lee Williamson with the three-pointer. And it's 53-44. CSU with 1:49 left in the third quarter. Lee for 3 indeed here on the road. And pass is not a good one, right into the hands of Leasia Williamson. Kicks it to Journey Smith. Journey, layup, good, and she's fouled. Count the bucket. And CSU has opened up a 55-44 lead. Let's see, that is now a quick 9-point run, 9-0 run for CSU. And Journey Smith will go to the line to try to complete the three-point play. Boy, her rebound from behind a few minutes ago was just outstanding. Free throw long is no good. And Clayton State grabs a rebound and gets it into the front court. Pass is deflected. Loose on the floor. They pick it up, though. And a jumper just inside the left elbow, no good. Dawkins with a rebound. That's a double-double again for Aj. And we kick it to Lee on the wing for 3. Not this time, but there's Journey Smith with a rebound and put it up too strong. And the Lakers come away with it with 1:05 down the right side. And Dawkins just reached in and tied her up. And a held ball. Aj with a big smile on her face. as she was driving in. Williams was, and Oz just reached in and tied her up. The arrow belongs to CSU on a 9-0 run with 1:02 left in the third quarter, leading by 11. Journey Smith into the front court. Journey down the left side of the lane. Shot is blocked. Lakers come away with it. And a foul on CSU. Journey committed the foul, trying to get it back. And still not the bonus. 4 fouls apiece. 50 seconds left in the third quarter. Been a good one for CSU, leading 55-44. Behind the arc, up top at the head of the key, and a travel on Francois Lubin. Jada Francois Lubin. So with 39.1 seconds, CSU will have it. And getting it into Journey Smith. We led by 5 at the break, up by 11 now with the ball. Journey driving all the way into the paint, and her shot is blocked out of bounds with 21 on the shot clock and 31 on the game clock as we head toward the end of the third quarter. Kayla Carter looking, gets it in to Lee, looks at the three, puts it on the floor instead. A runner in the lane is good. Leasia Williamson with a tough runner in the lane. 57-44 CSU. 11-0 run with 19 seconds left in the third quarter. Driving into the paint, kicks it out on the wing, and a shot is blocked by Dawkins, but they got it back in there, put it up, no, but a foul on CSU with 9.8 seconds. That will send them to the line to shoot 2. Oz got a block of a shot that was in the lane. So Ajane Dawkins now with 14 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal, and a block. And the free throw is good by Hayes. And that breaks the 11-0 run. CSU with plenty of time, 9.8 seconds on the clock as we near the end of the third quarter. Line drive, free throw is good. 57-46. Kayla gets it in to Dawkins. Got to hurry, though. Kayla gets it to Journey Smith into the front court. Journey kicks it over to Lee for 3. Air ball, and that's the way the third quarter will end. But a good quarter for CSU, to say the least. An 11-0 run takes a 5-point halftime lead all the way to an 11-point lead as we head to the fourth quarter on Cougar Sports TV. We thank you for listening to CSU Cougar basketball on Cougar Sports TV. And we thank all of our sponsors. Cougar basketball is sponsored by Burger King, Pepsi, Mediacom, the Houston Clinic, CSU Dining Services, Kia, La Quinta Inn and Suites, Valley Hospitality, Hula Hands, the Cannon Brew Pub, the Cougar Club, the CSU Bookstore, Nuke's Eatery, Kinetic Credit Union, CSU's Girls in the Game, Waffle House, Buckhead Steak and Wine, and Coca-Cola. We thank all of our sponsors. We couldn't do any of this without our sponsors, and we appreciate them very much. And we appreciate you, our listeners and our viewers and the Cougar fans, going and visiting these sponsors and tell them you heard about them on CSU Cougar Sports. So 10 minutes of regulation time left here at Clayton State, with the Lady Cougars enjoying a 57-46 lead. CSU 25 of 52 from the floor. And that is 48%. 35% for the Lakers, 19 of 53. And the Lakers with the ball to start the fourth quarter. Towns jumper, no good. They get a deflected rebound. Swanson does, and lays it up and in. So 57-48, CSU. First possession of the fourth quarter. Dawkins in the key, puts it on the floor down the right side of the lane. Her shot is blocked out of bounds by Swanson. Nine and a half minutes. Clayton State coach coaching up one of her players there. Wide open on the inbounds pass is Dawkins, and she lays it up and in. Good. Aj with 16 points. We do such a great job. Coach Hauser does such a great job on the inbounds play underneath the bucket, and we got another wide open one there. Head of the key for three. No. Dawkins with another rebound. They reach in to try to tie her up, and they do. And the arrow belongs to CSU with an 11-point lead with 9:06 to play here in Morrill, Georgia. South of Atlanta off of I-75. Into the front court. Kayla Carter dribbles through everybody, kicks it to Lee in the corner for three. Good. Lee Williamson with another three. Good job by Kayla to penetrate and dish. A drive back the other way, and the layup is good. 62-50. CSU on top. Behind the arc on the right side, getting it down to Arian Dozier. Dribbles under, puts it up, no. And the rebound goes to the Lakers. Into the front court. Right elbow, a drive, a whistle, and a foul. Foul was on Arian Dozier. And that's the first foul called in the quarter. Chris Boston checks in. Ebony Williams checks in. Fruit comes out, and Aj comes out for a breather. Another great game for Dawkins. 8 of 10 from the floor, 11 rebounds, 16 points now. They get the ball in up top. Down in the corner, an open three, doesn't take it. Drives into the paint, squares up from about 13, and scores is Wilson. And it's 62-52. CSU, 7:56. Kayla Carter drives in from the left side, good. And the defense just absolutely fell apart again for Clayton State, 64-52. There was nobody in a white jersey on that side of the lane when she drove in. Towns a long three, no. Rebound to Ebo. And she gets it out to Lee Williamson. Lee into the front court. Great bounce pass to Chris Boston. She drew the foul and will go to the line to shoot a couple. Foul was on Towns. And Chrysalyn Boston will head to the free throw line. The junior out of Winston-Salem, North Carolina. The first one is up and good. Hit the back of the rim, kicked up straight in the air and fell through. 65-52. Toxiana Wilson getting ready to check in. The free throw by Chris is good. Journey Smith out, Toxie in. 66-52. Lady Cougars, 7:25 to play. Down the right side of the lane, Wilson high off the glass, missed the layup, and the rebound goes to Ebo. Into the front court, Lee Williamson. Lee behind the arc on the right side. Boston, great pass to Toxie, and she's fouled on the low block. And they're going to call that a shooting foul as well. And she'll go to the line to shoot a couple. Again, we're at home on Saturday against Young Harris. 1:30 and 3:30 for the games. Free throw by Toxie is no good. 1 week from tonight, we will be at Georgia Southwestern. Then our schedule will flip-flop. The Saturday games will be on the road, Wednesday games at home. She missed the free throw, but she hustled and got her own miss and put it up and in. Toxie missed both free throws, but she hustled. Nobody blocked her out. She got the rebound and laid it in. 68-52. There's a three by Williams and a timeout called by the Lakers. And it'll turn into a full timeout, and we'll take it with CSU up 68-55 here on Cougar Sports TV. We thank you for listening to CSU Cougar basketball on Cougar Sports TV. And we thank all of our sponsors. Cougar basketball is sponsored by Burger King, Pepsi, Mediacom, the Houston Clinic, CSU Dining Services, Kia, La Quinta Inn and Suites, Valley Hospitality, Hula Hands, the Cannon Brew Pub, the Cougar Club, the CSU Bookstore, Nuke's Eatery, Kinetic Credit Union, CSU's Girls in the Game, Waffle House, Buckhead Steak and Wine, and Coca-Cola. We thank all of our sponsors. We couldn't do any of this without our sponsors, and we appreciate them very much. And we appreciate you, our listeners and our viewers and the Cougar fans, going and visiting these sponsors and tell them you heard about them on CSU Cougar Sports. So far, so good from Clayton State. The Lady Cougars lead the Lakers 68-55 with 6:46 to play. There's still a long time to go, though. But an outstanding third quarter for CSU. Vaulted the Lady Cougars into the lead that they have now. All right, CSU gets the ball in. Lee in the backcourt. Lee dribbles into the front court and dribbled it out of bounds. Right in front of our bench. Boy, Josh sends me a score. Flagler is up 51-44 on Lander in St. Augustine. 6 to go in the third quarter. How about that? Towns driving to the baseline, and a jumper is good. 68-57. CSU. 6:10 to go. Got to keep scoring. Lee gets it over Toxie. Ebo, ball loose on the floor, knocked away, and it's picked up by Clayton State. Into the front court. Cougars get back on defense. Turnaround jumper, free throw line, no good. But they ripped in there and got a rebound. To Towns for three, no. And Lee Williamson fighting for a rebound. It's knocked into the hands of Toxiana Wilson. It's knocked out of her hands and touched last as it goes out of bounds by Clayton State. So Ajane Dawkins will check back in. We get another one of our rebounders back in the game there. 5:36 left now. CSU up 68-57. Scott Miller here at Clayton State on Cougar Sports TV. Again, all of our road games. You'll hear the audio of the games here at home, the video and audio. Journey Smith gets it into the front court and almost traveled with it, but didn't. Dawkins will get it, and CSU's going to call a timeout. Let's see if it's a 30 or a full. I imagine a 30. It is a 30-second timeout, so we'll hold it right here. Fans, don't forget to help Columbus State Athletics by becoming a member of the Cougar Club. And can help take CSU athletics to the next level by pledging your support. There are several different levels of the Cougar Club, and just simply go to the website csucougars.com and check out all the information. We know that many of you are already Cougar Club members, and we appreciate that very much. Coach Hauser checking on the timeout situation here. 68-57 CSU. This quarter's dragging a good bit more than the first three did. 68-57. 5:26 to play. CSU with the ball. Dawkins, free throw line. Lee for three. Yes, from way up top, just to the right of the head of the key. Leasia Williamson with another long three. 71-57. CSU down the right side of the lane. Towns. Great block by Dawkins as Williams was about to lay it in. Dawkins came flying out of nowhere like Batwoman and batted it out of bounds. Man, has she been playing great basketball for us. They get it in. A shot is up in the paint. No good. And Chris Boston grabs a rebound, and Swanson fouls her. Ajane Dawkins, the transfer in here, the junior out of Oakland, California, transferred in from Arkansas Tech. Since the Christmas break, she started every game, and she has been outstanding. Journey in the backcourt, gets it to Aj. She dribbles it into the front court, down the right side of the lane, kicks it on the wing. Lee for three, good again! Leasia Williamson has found that stroke again, baby. A big smile on Lee's face. 74-57 Cougars. Chris Boston just blocked a layup attempt into the hands of Ebo. Gets it to Lee. Dribbles in a long two, not this time. And the rebound goes to the Lakers. Well, she was too close. She should have stayed outside the arc. Long pass back the other way. They blow a layup, and Ebo gets a rebound with 4:18 to play. 74-57 CSU trying to pick up another road win here. Coach Hauser says slow it down, running a little clock. Lee behind the arc on the right side. Up top, Journey, 10 on the shot clock. Ebo, Boston, low block, gets the defender in the air, draws the foul, misses the shot. Will go to the line to shoot two. With 3:55 to play, and CSU up 74-57. And Val Merlos, the sharpshooter from Barcelona, Spain, checks into the game. Ebo checks out. Well, it's been a great effort, and so far, 74-57 CSU lead. Chris hits the first free throw. 75-57. And this one is also good. That a girl. 76-57. CSU behind the arc on the left side. Up top for three. No, they got a rebound though. Oh, they missed the putback. And a deflected rebound on the wing. Lakers get. Free throw line jumper is no good. And they get another long rebound and a foul as the Laker player is knocked to the floor by Dawkins. So 76-57. Lady Cougars on top, 3:35 to play. And they hit the underside of the basket on the inbounds pass. Goes to Dawkins all the way. Layup good. Ajane Dawkins, coast to coast. 78-57. Drive in and back the other way in a hurry. They miss another contested layup. Aj gets another rebound and kicks it out to Lee Williamson. Foul for three. Yes! The flight left from Barcelona again. Timeout. Clayton State, 81-57. CSU with 3:08 to play here at Clayton State. What a performance tonight for the Lady Cougars on the road. Let me just look at a few things here for you on the live stats. As CSU, Lee Williamson has 23 points tonight. She's 5 for 10 from behind the three-point arc. Ajane Dawkins with 18 points, 12 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, and a block. And Chris Boston with 8 rebounds, 6 points. She's got a couple of blocks. And Kayla Carter, 14 points on the night. 1 of 2 from behind the three-point arc. And CSU has blown it wide open here, 81-57. These two teams split games on the home courts last year. CSU in this building leads the series 14-12. And overall, a 31-23 advantage coming in to this game here tonight. All right, the Lakers with it. Only 3 minutes to go now, 81-57 CSU. Behind the arc on the left side, up top at the head of the key, picking up the dribble. There's a three on the wing. No, Dawkins with another rebound. And an outlet pass to Lee Williamson. Lee gets it into the front court. Lee kicks it into the corner. Val for three. Good again. Val Merlos. And it's 84-57 CSU. There's a three-pointer. Good from the left wing by the Lakers. 84-60. Kimmy Edgeworth goes to the scorer's table. We need to get Kimmy a three-point field goal here when she gets into the game. There's Merlos behind the arc on the left side. Kicking it down to Lee. Reversing it, Journey Smith, a baseline drive. Knocked away, it's loose on the floor. Picked up by Dawkins to Lee for three. Yes, yes, yes. Leasia Williamson. Have a night, my friend. 87-60. CSU. Lee, 6 of 11 from behind the three-point arc with 26 points. The inside game and the outside game have blown the Lakers away tonight. A whistle and a foul down the right side of the lane with 90 seconds left in this one. And Kimmy Edgeworth is going to check into the game for CSU. Toxiana Wilson, too. Lee Williamson checks out. And a high five from her coach, Matt Hauser, and her teammates. Same for Ajane Dawkins. What a night those two had. My goodness. And Lakers at the line. And the first free throw is good. And the next one is good. 87-62. Journey Smith knocked away from behind, loose on the floor. Lakers come away with it with 1:20 to go. We drive in the lane, put the shot up, no good. Toxiana Wilson with the rebound. Kimmy Edgeworth looking for her first points of the year. Kimmy from the elbow, no, long. And the rebound goes to Toxiana Wilson, and she's fouled. Well, she was looking for her first field goal of the year, actually. Kimmy does have a free throw. She is, 1 of 2 at the free throw line and 0 of 11 from the floor, all from behind the arc. I keep talking about this, but over at Georgia College, she had 2 three-pointers that circled, back-to-back three-pointers that circled the rim 2 times each and fell out. She's had some good shots. They just haven't fallen. Toxie misses the first free throw and misses that one as well. And the Lakers with the rebound. 1 minute to go, 87-62. CSU is going to pick up another road win here tonight. A good start to this doubleheader. Jumper in the paint is good, 87-64. And a whistle. And I think they're a clock situation. 40, they're resetting it to 50. So the Lakers will press full court. Kimmy gets the ball in to Journey Smith into the court. Oh, they take the ball away from her from behind. Back the other way. And shot in the lane, no good. And a foul called, blocking foul on Kimmy Edgeworth with 39 seconds. So CSU about to pick up win number 12 here. Free throw is good. 87-65, go to 12-3. 7-3 in the conference. That one missed. Into the front court. Journey Smith gets it to Toxie. Val Merlos behind the wing on the right side. Boston, baseline jumper, no. Rebound, Lakers with 20 seconds. And into the front court, spinning, and another block shot by Chris Boston. And then they get a rebound, and this time they get they got Journey Smith for the foul and not Chris, who actually blocked the shot cleanly the second time, but Journey got her with 11.4 seconds. And free throw is no good. So a great second half by CSU, leading by 5 to start the second half and leading by 22 right now. Make it 21 as the second free throw is good. 87-66, 11 seconds. Journey Smith in the backcourt with 7 seconds. Got to get it into the front court, and she does. And head of the key, she'll dribble it out. And the Lady Cougars have won it. A great road win for CSU, 87-66. Man, what a second half for Columbus State tonight, as the Lady Cougars led 40-35 at the half, and they win this one, led at the end of third quarter, 57-46, and they win it 87-66 here tonight. We'll talk with Coach Matt Hauser coming up here in just a moment, as he'll join us here at courtside. And with the nice win on the road. We'll get stats for you as well here on the post-game show. This is the 9th double-figure win of the year for CSU and the 6th in Peach Belt Conference play. And final score 87-66. CSU wins it, and Coach Matt Hauser is going to come in and put the headphones on for us, and we'll sit here as the Lady Cougars with a great second half. Matt, congratulations. That was a second half for the ages, wasn't it, tonight?
Yeah, I mean, just kind of finally started hitting our shots that are open. Hats off to them. Lee, 6 for 11 from the three-point line. When we played, I think, North Georgia, she was 0 for 9. I mean, we're getting the wide open looks that we want. You just saw us knocking them down this game, and that's how dangerous we can be when we start knocking down our looks and our layups.
It was an inside and outside game that was just devastating tonight. You mentioned Lee, 6 of 11, 10 of 18. She had 26 points. And inside, my goodness, I'm about to I'm about to run out of accolades for Ajane Dawkins. 18 points, 13 rebounds, 5 assists, a block, a couple of steals.
Yeah, she's just, the thing is in this game, it comes down to, they want to pressure, and they think that most posts can't, put the ball on the ground, and it plays in their favor. Well, Aj just, she can play a guard at some point, and now that brings, real strain and pressure against a pressing team, which is what they are, because the middle was open all day long. Normal posts just don't bring it down, where Oz brought it down, and that just hurt them so bad. And hats off to her. I mean, she just came with that fire, that energy. I think everybody came in with great energy. I think it started off when we saw, Ebo get that quick steal in the, backcourt, and that kind of ignited everybody. So, I mean, they just, I think the returners especially remember what happened to them last year here, and they were trying to make a statement this year.
Well, the statement was made. There's no question about that. 8 rebounds tonight from Chris Boston and 6 points. So, again, as I said, the inside and outside game of this team, when it's clicking, dangerous.
Very dangerous. And like you said, the inside game and the outside game. So, again, we're not going to change what we do. It's just going to come from us in practice and individual work. Just keep working, keep knocking these shots down, and you saw the beauty of it. This is poetry in motion. Taking the middle, collapsing the defense, kicking out to a wide open three-point shot. Okay, collapsing defense, bounce passing it to a nice post for a nice little layup right here. The post slip, we hit the slip, nice layup. It was just in some games we're just not hitting it. We're doing it, we're just not hitting it, and today we hit. And I keep trying to explain to them how dangerous of a team they are when we can put all this stuff together. We're the number 1 team in our conference by far.
Pepsi player of the game?
Leasia, I got to hand it to her. I mean, she ignited us, and she knocked down her shots, which opened up the court and allowed. It's tough. I would give both Aj and Lee the Pepsi player of the game, both of them. And then you got to look at Kayla Carter. I mean, 6 for 10, and she was just amazing in the first half, getting those leak outs, finishing the layups, 14 points, and she ignited that as well. So I would go energy and effort for Kayla Carter, and the MVP would be Leasia and Ajane.
Yep.
Co-MVPs.
Good call there. All right, so we're back home on Saturday. Young Harris comes in,
Yes.
and the fans need to come out and watch both of these teams play.
Yes, they do. I mean, this is going to be a great game. It's our alumni game, so all alum, please come out on the men's and the women's side. But again, we finally get a day of rest. We get to come back in and get our legs ready and everything, and we're going to come at Young Harris on at our home, protect our house.
Thanks, Matt. Congratulations.
All right, thank you, Scott.
Coach Matt Hauser's the Lady Cougars just come in and blow away the Clayton State Lakers 87-66. All right, that's going to wrap up our broadcast here on Cougar Sports TV. And be sure to tune back in. We'll be back in a few moments here for the start of the men's game. So stay with the website and check that, and you'll see when the live stream starts. You'll see it coming up in about 20 minutes or so. So far, so good. Lady Cougars win it 87-66. And this is Scott Miller on Cougar Sports TV.